Hello and welcome to the Friday edition of Cracking the Cryptic. It's actually the second edition I've recorded today because I did the crossword masterclass video earlier on and got totally beaten up by those two puzzles. So I'm hoping that this puzzle will prove light relief, but I don't know if it will. It is the last in the second season of Rat Run puzzles. Rat Run number 20, called Gifted by the very gifted Marty Sears. I mean, let's just spend a moment or two thanking Marty for the number of hours of pure Sudoku joy that he has given, well, me, and I guess loads and loads of you who've tried so many of these puzzles. Every single one of them is amazing quality. The story evolves with Finkz the rat. This is Finkz having to get to the cupcake. Today we don't know where the cupcake is because we have fog of war as well, and indeed dynamic fog of war. I had a quick read of the rules before I turned on the webcam, and yeah, we've got dynamic fog of war today, which means if we say we got this digit, it wouldn't clear the fog from those squares. It might clear the fog from that square, or it might clear no fog at all. We don't know. It's a fascinating innovation. But anyway, this is what we're going to be having a go at in today's video. And what? Well, let's hope if this stacks up even remotely to the greatest end of a second season ever, which is, I know you're all chorusing back at me, the end of The West Wing's season number 2. Featuring, of course, Jed Bartlett having an argument with God. I think it was called Two Cathedrals, wasn't it, that episode? And it features, of course, the incredible Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits and Mark Knopfler's soundtrack to the end of that. And if you have a heart or a soul and you watch the last 10 minutes, you can probably get it on YouTube, actually. I mean, if you've never watched The West Wing, don't do it. It won't mean anything. But if you have watched The West Wing, you will know of what I speak. It is just such an emotional end to anything that I commend it to you. Anyway, I'm getting distracted again. I did the crossword video earlier. I was ruminating on all sorts of topics. Anyway, I'll read the rules to this one in a moment or two's time. I have a little bit of news that I need to share with you before we do any Sudoku solving. I'll start off by talking about Patreon. Now, over on Patreon, we have our Sudoku Club. We have a very, very special late Christmas present coming up for you on the 1st of January, which is Blob's The Hobbit Hunt. Here we go. This is a Sudoku hunt packed with no less than 19 puzzles themed on The Hobbit. It is absolutely brilliant. 4 p.m. UK time on the 1st of January is when it will be released. Do check it out. Now, having said that, I need to talk about the winner for December's Patreon reward, which we called Swipe Right. It was a bit of a play on dating agencies in the modern age. And anyway, we said that the winner of the competition would be invited to make a Sudoku video with me, just as Maddie did last month. And Mark has pulled the winner out of the hat this morning. And drum roll, please. I'm about to ask Cecilia Lehman, would you like to make a Sudoku video with me? You don't have to. There is absolutely no obligation. But if you would like to, then then we should try and do it. And I will email you a bit later today and see whether you might be interested. And hopefully we might be able to make a second viewer solving video. The last one was really, really popular with good reason. So I hope it might be the same again. So very well done, Cecilia. I think nearly 1,000 of you, it may have been just over 1,000, managed to solve the whole of last month's hunt. So very well done to all of you. Yeah, we'll be offering the same prize next month as well. It does seem to be something some people are quite interested in doing. Now, having said that, let us move on to birthdays. Now, this is the final birthday catch-up. I've got some birthdays for today and some birthdays which occurred while I was on holiday, so I apologise if I missed your birthday then, but I think after this I should be caught up. So if I haven't read your birthday and you were expecting it in the last week or two, drop me an email, I'll try and put it right. But let's start off with Marco. Now this isn't a birthday, this is a 9th anniversary down there in Italy. Marco, your girlfriend Julia, I always worry about the spelling because it's spelled Giulia, and then I think of the wedding singer for some reason. Why do I think of the wedding singer? But I think it's Julia, isn't it? Oh, I don't know now. But Marco, your girlfriend Julia, wrote to us and wanted to wish you a happy 9th anniversary and sent me a picture of a shop, a bobbins shop. That's all good for everyone's bingo card. Yeah, so somebody has named their shop in Italy Bobbins, which is, well, I think I approve of. Next, we'll go over to Ridgewood, New Jersey, where Mary, it's your birthday today. Mary, I remember you had, I think, a little bit of surgery a few weeks ago. I hope that you're continuing to recover well from that. Your son Michael wrote to tell us it was your birthday. And let me just read you what Michael wrote, because I found it very touching. He wrote the following. He said, "In the rush of life, you," I think he means cracking the cryptic, "give us the tiny nudge we need to spend a moment on each other. As she and I get older, I realise just how important that time is." So Michael was saying that I think that both of you independently sort of look at the videos and that you look at the puzzles and then you drop each other a text or something just to say you enjoyed this one or wasn't this a beautiful grid, and that CTC provides you with that tiny impetus to do that. Well, it's delightful to hear that. Michael, thank you for the note, and Mary, many happy returns. Next, Michaela, your husband Martin wrote to us down there in Argentina to say that it was Michaela's birthday on December the 20th, and I'm late with the announcement, aren't I? Your daughter Elena and your son Sebastian also wanted to pass on their good wishes. So Michaela, I'm sorry I'm late, and I hope you had a great birthday with chocolate cake, of course. Now, I think all of the next birthdays were meant to be on December the 17th, so I apologise to all of you. Alex, you turned 35, and I know this because your girlfriend Maria wrote to us. I think you're over in Des Moines, Iowa. We had a Des Moines yesterday, I think. Knox, you turned the big 40 on December the 17th, and I know this because your friend Jocelyn wrote to us and said you were always watching before bed. So Knox, I hope you had a great birthday. And then, I wonder if Lennox is the same, because Knox could be a shortening of Lennox. But Lennox, your friend Karen wrote to us and said you'd appreciate a shout out. So I wonder if Lennox and Knox are the same person. They could be. Max, you turned 25. And I know this because your wife Faith wrote to us. And so you also watch before bed. It's amazing how many people do. And then Zachary, your brother Trevor, wrote to us and told us that you like chess, Rubik's Cubes, maths of any kind, and now Sudoku. So Zachary, I hope you had an absolutely brilliant birthday with plenty of chocolate cake. And that is all the news. So let's have a go at some Sudoku solving, and I will read you the rules of the final season, Rat Run 20, final puzzle of Season 2, gifted by Marty Sears. These are the rules of the puzzle. We have got normal Sudoku rules apply, so we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. The aim of the experiment: Finkz the rat must reach the cupcake by finding a path through the maze. The path must not visit any cell more than once, cross itself, or pass through any thick walls. The walls have been decorated with red tinsel. Oh, well, we can't see any walls yet. As well as moving orthogonally, which means let's go to a way of drawing lines. An orthogonal movement is sort of crossing an edge like that in a north, south, east or west direction. But as well as moving orthogonally, Finkz may move diagonally if there's a 2 by 2 space in which to do so. That's weird, actually. So Finkz could go like that. But the reason I'm just pausing is in all of the other Rat Run puzzles, there has been more stipulations about sort of round wall cells on the edges, and there isn't that here. I don't know what that means, but that is a bit strange. Maybe it's because we can't see any walls under the fog or something, and Marty doesn't want to confuse us. But basically, Finkz can go diagonally if there's no walls in the way. That's what we're probably going to have to do. Dynamic fog. Entering correct digits may clear fog somewhere in the maze. So that's the fog of war constraint that we were talking about. Christmas lights. Oh yeah, this puzzle was released on Christmas Day, I think. Hang on, that has reminded me. Let us have a quick digression to have a look at the sort of notes that came with this puzzle. Experiment 20, white, 25th of December 1974. Oh, is my monitor weird, or is that 9 and 7? Are they very close together? Anyway, despite last week's astonishing results, Elliot is adamant that we wrap up Phase 2 as planned with our festive finale. I suppose this makes sense. The decorations will hopefully bring Finkz some Christmas cheer, and the winter break will give us plenty of time to discuss. Yeah, because last week, if you remember, it was an astonishing puzzle where we had to make segments in the grid that were in alphabetical order, and it turned out that the path Finkz took to the cupcake spelled out the word friend. So Finkz, we thought, had I don't think Finkz wanted to be friends with Elliot, but whoever the person who writes the messages is that Marty? I don't know, but Finkz wanted to be friends with Marty is how I read it. Anyway, let's carry on. That's a digression. It's nothing to do with the puzzle. Christmas lights. An orange Christmas light indicates that any digits visited by Finkz in its row or column are odd. A blue Christmas light indicates that any digits visited in its row or column are even. Now, so that's these, isn't it? These. Oh, hang on, it won't let me do that. I think that's these. These seem to be hanging above rows and columns, and they look like those things that you put round the Christmas tree. Right, so what's that saying? That's saying in this row, if Finkz wants to visit a cell in this row, that cell must contain an even number because blue is even. So if Finkz wants to visit a cell in this column, it must be an odd digit in the cell visited. Teleports. We can't see any teleports. Every teleport is part of a matching pair. Entering a teleport will cause Finkz to be instantly transported to the matching coloured teleport. So say this was a teleport and it was yellow, and that was yellow and a teleport. Then if Finkz goes into this one, she'd pop out of this one. And these would have to contain the same number. From there, she can continue her journey. Matching teleports always have identical digits, but teleports that don't match always have different digits. Black currants. We have got black currants today. Black currants sit between two digits with a 1:2 ratio. So what that means is one of these digits is double the other. Baubles. The number on a gold bauble gives the total of any cells it touches. So I think the gold baubles might have to be along the edge of the grid. So say that cell contained a gold bauble. Those two cells would have to be summed up, would they? Oh no, hang on, no. No, actually I've changed my mind. I think what that might mean, let's say let's say there was a gold bauble between two cells that sat on the border. That's what it'll be. So say there was a gold bauble here on this where that cursor's moving. It would be saying sum these two digits to whatever the gold bauble has on it. I think. My phone, this new phone, I don't know what's going on with it. And then I looked out of the window there because my phone has shown a picture of fog, and it is extremely foggy out of my window, and we've got fog going on in the puzzle, so fog is all around me today. Never mind, Christmas is all around us, or whatever it was the Love Actually song was. Test constraint. This is important, we need to understand this. In this experiment, any two cells that are adjacent along the path contain consecutive digits, except when separated by teleportation, where the digits are identical. So, let's say Finkz did that. That would mean that this digit had different parity to this digit, and they were consecutive. Sorry, I think about consecutiveness in terms of parity for some reason. It's doing too many of these puzzles. Anyway, do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. I'm going to start here because the black currants are the low-hanging fruit. This digit, if we think about Sudoku digits, what we've got here is a situation where one of these digits is double the other, and then one of these digits is double the other. And what we can't do then is have this digit being at an extreme end of that sequence. So imagine this was a 2, and both of these were higher. Then they both have to be 4, wouldn't they? And that's not going to work. So what we need is a situation where we can double a number that's in the panoply of numbers 1 to 9, and then we can double it again and still have a valid Sudoku digit. So there are very few options, because even if you try 3, you double 3, you get 6, but you double it again, you get 12, which is not a Sudoku digit. So one of these digits has to be 1 or 2. And if it's 1, it's going to go to 2 in the middle, and then 4 as the next digit. And if it starts 2, it's going to go 2, 4, and then it's going to be an 8 in one of those squares. And you always get this little pattern. It's a very common feature of sort of Kropki Sudoku, it's sometimes called, when you get these black dots linked or linking 3 cells together. Now, the other interesting thing to note about whether this is 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8 is you'll always get including 2 and 4 in the sequence. Hang on, what were the rules of this again? Sorry, I should have. We don't know where the cupcake is, so that's useless. Oh, the Christmas lights, what do they do? So this digit is also even, so that is 6 or 8. Because Finkz herself must be on the path. And that digit can't be 2 or 4. And it has to be even because of the blue light. So this digit is not on the path. Well, that's not true. No, that's not true. So that's nonsense. But we certainly can't go from this square straight into this one because these have the same parity. We need a digit that is odd as our next digit. So let's go. Am I going to use red? That sort of clashes with the tail. Let's use purple. I don't know. I'm not sure actually what to use. Green? Maybe green is best. Okay, let's try green. So Finkz goes from here to an odd digit. Yeah, and that makes sense. Look, there's loads of odd digits that are possible. Oh, no. Well... right, hang on. What I did then was I looked at this orange light coming down column 1, and I looked at this orange light coming down column 3, and I was like, well, that makes a lot of sense. given we know Finkz is going to have to not go straight downwards. But then I've got blue. I've got clashing colours here and here. So these two cells simply cannot be on the path. That cell can't be on the path. That cell, that cell, that cell, that cell, that cell. None of those cells can be on the path because of the rules. It says that this cell would simultaneously need to be odd and even if it was on the path, and it can't be. So this can't be on the path, can it? If I start here and I go here, I need this to be an odd number. The only odd number it can be is 1, and that must be 6 or 8. So I think the path has to go there. And this digit is 5, 7 or 9 then. And then it goes here. That's the only place it can then go. It's not allowed to revisit. So it's not 1 in this square, or 2. It definitely can't be 1 or 2 here, because it needs to be consecutive with 5, 7 or 9. So if this is 8, it goes 4, 2. If this is 4, it goes 2, 1. So this is a tiny digit. This is a 1 or a 2. I've got it, right. So this digit is 6 on the basis that it can't be 8. Because if it's 8, what digit is this? That also has to be 8, because we're going to go 8, 7 or 9, and because this can't be 6 because it's on the blackcurrant, we're dead. We can't do anything. So we're going to, this has to be 6. That's all I'm saying. Oh my goodness me. Oh, that's very cool. Right, that has just cleared an absolute wealth of fog. What we need is a 6-digit, right where I am outside at the moment. Right, that's got to be not 9 then. And, I was going to say this can't be 4, but that's not true. It could go 6, 5, 4, or 6, 7, 8. Okay. And that's going to matter for the following reason. Come on, brain, think of the reason. I mean, there's a little bit of pressure on that digit. Oh, yeah, okay. So the gold bauble that I envisaged here has now appeared. Was it called a golden bauble? No, just a bauble. But look, those two clearly have to add up to 6, don't they? That can't be 3. So that must be 4 or 5. It can't obviously be lower than that, or this will be a double-digit number. So this has got to be 1 or 2. That's got to be 7 or 8. And the path either goes here or here for its next step, I think. I don't think it can go here, because obviously 1 or 2 is not consecutive. It would have to be 1, I suppose, because it's an orange. And that's definitely not consecutive with 4 or 8. If this was 8, this could be a 7 if it's the next digit on the path. That would then be a 5. Oh, hang on. Right, look at this. There's no walls. This is probably why we didn't need the wall rule. But it did say there were some walls. It says the walls have been decorated with red tinsel. So there ought to be some. I was wondering if the whole puzzle was going to be blank. So in theory, Finkz could just go anywhere. We've got 2 teleporters. Okay, so it must be something to do with whether she can go to this square. So 6 something. No, it would have to go to this square. This has to be 8. So this has to be 7. So 6, 7, 8, 7. So 2 7s here. 5 here, but that's not the next cell on the path from here. Oh, it could go there. Is going to have to be, if this is 7, it's going to have to be 6 or 8. And so it couldn't be there because there is already now a putative 6 and 8 in this column. Oh, it's nearly broken actually, this. It's very nearly broken. Because if we go 6, 7, 8, 7, we're on 7. We have to go to 6 or 8, but we also have to go to 6 or 8 in a valid column. So I can't go there because that would be an odd, that should be an odd digit, and it's not. I can't go into this column because 6 and 8 have gone. So I have to go into this column, and that doesn't work. So I'd have to go there, and that would have to be a 6. So that's incredibly constrained. Either that would work, because that would be a blue column. Okay, so maybe we can rule that out then. But this seems to be under no pressure at all. So 6, and then we don't know. We don't know what this is at all. If it goes 6, 5, 4, and then we try and go there, we have to go to a 3, because we can't go to a 5 again. And if we go 6, 7, 8, we have to go to a 9. Okay, we don't go to a 9 there, because that would be 8, wouldn't it? And I'd have to go to another 8. And where would I get it from? I can't get it from there, because this is in an odd column, so I'd have to go there, and I get 2 8s in the column. Oh, that's right. I've got it. Yeah, right. You don't go to this square, because if you do, let's say we've just worked out this can't be 9, but could it be 3? I don't think so, because if it's 3, again we have to go here for our next move. But the digits that are consecutive with 3 are 2 and 4. And I think for this to be 3, I've made this a 4. And therefore I've made that a 2, and that has no possible fill. That cannot be a 2 or a 4. So I think we go there, and that means I get that other thing that we were looking at. So we've got to go, this has got to be 8. Bobbins. Didn't clear any fog. That's got to be 7. That's got to be 5. That's got to be 1. Is this working? It's not clearing any fog at all. That has to be 7. That has to be 4. That has to be 2. You rotten puzzle. This is outrageous. 1, I'm going to pencil mark this. Marty, you've reduced me to the 1, 3, 5, 9. And the next... Oh, yes, no, hang on. I worked out the next digit was there, didn't I? That might be important. Let me just think about that and check that. So we're on 7. We need a 6 or an 8. We can't get it here. We're not allowed to get an even digit from column 3. 1 is not even. So we do go there, and that can't be 8. So this is 6. Oh, we cleared more fog, this time at the bottom of the grid. But that has to... Teleport goes to the same number. This is something I have learned as Finkz has performed her journeys for me. Now, in the middle box, 6 is in one of those 3, except 6 is not on the teleport, because we've had a 6 in a teleport, and we're not allowed to repeat digits in teleports. This digit, or this... It's weird, actually. Are these squares smaller than usual or something? This is not a 1-2 pair, and it's not a 3-6 pair, so it's from 2, 4, and 8, and that means there's definitely a 4 on this blackcurrant. These two squares are either 6, 8 or 5, 9 to make a domino that adds... Oh, hang on, what's going on here? What's that? Hang on. What are these things poking out of the baubles? Oh, it's... Okay. Is it just graphics or something to do... What are the baubles described as? The number on a gold bauble. Sorry, I'm noticing that all the gold baubles have I suppose that makes sense. When you hang them on the tree, they do have a little loop. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, I was getting worried. I hadn't appreciated something. So this is 5, either 5, 9 or 6, 8. But you can't put 5 here because this would be a 10. And you can't put 6 there because this can't be 8. So this, right, that's lovely. This is 6 or 9, so that is 6 or 9. That is, oh, well, that's gorgeous. Because this cell gets reduced to 6 or 9, 6 or 9 go with 6 and 9 to add up to 15, but there's a 6 here. So we're going to get more digits, hopefully more fog. No, we're not. More fog, yes. That almost felt like it thought about it then. Was there a little bit of input lag? You sort of put the 8 in and then a couple of seconds later we reveal more fog. Right, this is now a 2-4 pair. So do we know that one? That's not 3-6 and it's not 2-4. So it's either 1-2 or 4-8, and it's not 4-8. I'm not totally sure about that. I'm going to think about that a bit more. It could, I think, be 1-2. If it was 1-2, it has to be that way round. It cannot be 2-4. It cannot be 4-8 because this can be neither, and it cannot. No, I think that's right. So I think that's 2, and that's 1, and that's 2, and that's 4. And now 1 comes out of these squares. Oh, hang on, we've got a 16 bauble. Okay, I can do that. That's 7 and 9, isn't it? So in box 8, I've not placed 1, 3, and 5. And that's not able to be 1. And pregnant pause while I try and work out what that means. That teleporter is 3, 5, 7 or 8 by Sudoku. And what have we had? We've had 6 in a teleporter, so I can't get any... Oh, that can't be 7 because of the 7 here. So it's 3, 5 or 8. An opportunity for a Christmas 3, if that was 3. Oh, right, and where's the path now? So the path has come out here. Right, that's quite good. So the path is here, where it must go into a 5, mustn't it? It can't go into a 7. The 7 is nowhere near. So it must. So one of these must be a 5, and that is not a 5. And oh no, nearly. 5 is now in one of these 3 squares in box 2. So we go into a 5, which could be in one of 2 places. Then we're going to have to go into that 4. Because we can't go back into this 6. So we either go 6, 5, 4. Oh no, then it'll be complicated. Because then we could go 3. Or we could go 3 in either of those 2 places, or possibly 6, 5, 4, 5. Oh, bother. I don't know. All of these squares have to be odd digits. Oh, I don't know. Oh. No, that's not even it, is it? I was wondering whether I could use the Christmas lights to say we couldn't go into this square, but we can, because actually it needs to be odd parity if we're going from this square to here, and it would be. So how are we going to mark this? We know this is on the path. I think this has to be on the path. And we either go there or we go there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how we know which of those is correct. 7. Let's think about 7. Because I can see 7 is in one of those cells. Ah, there we go. 7 is here by Sudoku. Sorry. Of course. It didn't clear fog. I was hoping that was going to clear fog. Because that would have been useful. Okay, so now I need 1, 3, 5, 9 in this. I'm good. I'm just going to pencil mark it. That is not 5. That's not 1. That's not 9. Or 1, actually. There's a 1 here and a 9 here. That's 3 or 5. Do you have to come into this box? Or can you... Ah, that might be what we're meant to think about. If we go... We have to go to this 4. Let's see if we can plot a path for Finkz that doesn't involve box 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then we have to come over here. Yeah, okay, so I don't think we can get out of this box without going into this box. And that being 3 or 5 made me wonder, because if that's obviously one of the yeah, maybe this has to be 8. Oh no, I could go to the 2 to the 1. No, I was thinking that might have to be 8, because if this was a 3-5 pair, then how would we escape from box 8 into box 7? And I'd overlooked the possibility we could go 2 to 1. But if we go 2 to 1, then we have to go to 2 again. Oh, I see. And then we can escape on the teleport. Oh, no. Oh, no. So, how do I avoid that? So if I go 4... Oh, I don't know. I'm really confused now. So, oh, if that's 3, that becomes 1. So these would be a 3-5 pair. Is that possible? I don't know. So we go 6 to 5 to 4. And then, I'm not sure. I'm wondering if I can prove somehow that I need to use the 2 here. I need to go 2, 1, 2. That would give me a 3 in the corner. I can't quite see how to do it. If I'm here, what's to stop me from going to a 3 here? That would be correct in terms of the oddness of this column. I go 4, 3, and then I could go 2 or 2. But if I go 2 here, I then need a 1. And then I need a 2 again. Unless I have another 3. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, how do we do this? Maybe if that's 3, I'm going to think about this. If that's 3, this is 1. That's going to put 1 up here. This will be 3 and 5, one of which is necessary to go 6, to 5 to 4. And then either we can stay, we could go 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Or if this was 3, that might be the only thing we can do, because we couldn't go 4 to 3 here, could we? This is odd in an E. Oh, hang on. I see. Right, I'm complicating this too much. Well, am I? Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's correct. But what I'm planning to do, I've decided, is to label all of those squares black digits. They're all odd. I don't know what they are, but they're all odd in an even column. So the path does not visit them. So can I force the path along here is my next question. Now anything even in this column is off the path, so that's not able to be on the path. And anything odd in this column is off the path. That's definitely odd. Okay. And we did work out, here you go, right. We did work out that we had to go into box 7, didn't we? I definitely did do that. I could not just maintain the path in here or take it over here. It just didn't work. So I am going to come in here at some point with an odd digit, at which point I can't take another odd digit in this column. I can't, to put it a different way, can Finkz escape up that passageway? Clearly not. They'd all have to be odd, and yet they have to be consecutive. That will not work. And I can't shuffle around and come back in here, because we know eventually we have to exit box 8 to the west. There's no other way of getting out of it. So in fact, the only way... no, I've missed something. I've missed something. There is a possibility of doing it without taking this digit, and that is to do that. So why is that possible or not possible? Well, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's beautiful, actually. Right. Clearly this can't be a 1, so it would have to be a 3, and then this digit would need to be 2 or 4, and it can be neither. Good grief. Marty, where do you get these ideas from? I do not know. I presume they're from your brain. And that is ridiculous. So, I don't think I know how I do it, but I now know that I think I have to come. The only way of getting the path to continue is to go there, like that. And that means that is a Christmas tree in the corner. I was right. Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your corners. So now this is a Christmas, well, it's not a Christmas tree, but it's a 3. This is a 5. That's quite handy, actually, because what that means is we know the path. We know how the path moves from the 6. It's got to go 6, 5, 4. And then it doesn't go straight into the 1. Oh, hang on. That might be wrong. I might be able to go down there. So I've got to be careful. I do go from the 2 to the 3, but I don't know if I go from the 1 to the 2 or that way. You have to be so careful with these puzzles. Okay, now this is a 5 now. Okay, so these are not 5. That's not 3 by Sudoku. This, oh no, it doesn't do it. That's an 8-6 pair by Sudoku, so this is a 5-9 pair by Sudoku. You think that would do something? You rotten puzzle. Okay, what are those digits then? 7-8. That's a 7-8 pair. Right, so where do we go to from the 4? We need to go to a 3 or a 5. Oh, we could go to a 5 here. But if we go to a 5 here, where do we go from that? We can't go to a 6 in the same column. This column has to take odd digits. So we've got nowhere to go. So the only place we can go from the 4 is to a 3 here. This is mind-blowingly complicated. That's just cleared some fog. Oh! We got more fog. We got tinsel. We got the cupcake. Oh, hang on. Now that's just totally discombobulated me. Right, hang on. Let me just work this out. We go to the 3. We then need to go to a 2. We then need to go to a 1 or a 3. And the only place we can go is there. So we do go on the path of least resistance. Right, the 11. This 11 needs a 6. So that's 6. That must be 8. Oh. That's just cleared fog. So that's not 9 anymore because that's on an 8 thingy. This is a 3. Can't be 1 with a 7, can it? It would clash. So that's 3. That's 9. That's 1. That's 5. That's 5. That's 9. This is a 3-5 pair. So this should be a 1-9 pair on the other side. And that digit must be an 8 by Sudoku. So these are 2, 4, and 6. And we can immediately say that, I don't know, what this is a 1-4 pair. We can say that. These are 2, 3, and 5 possibly. No, 2, 3, and 5 is wrong. 2, 3. Oh, hang on, I've made a mistake here. There's some issue with my Sudoku ability. I've got the wrong digits. I've got 2 5s in this box. Oh no! How long ago was that? Oh, it was recent. Oh, this should be 4-9, shouldn't it, by Sudoku? How did I use that? Oh dear. Let me go back. Sorry, I've missed pencil marked at this point. I should have put 4-9 in. I put 5-9 in. Okay, so let's just go back and do it slowly. So that's 4-9, and then we're here thinking about needing a 3 or a 5. Well, that still must be here. So that's still a 1. Okay, so I don't think it mattered. So we've got to go 4 to 3 to 2 to 3 or 1, which must be here, to there. So that's all forced. We still get a 6 here. We still get an 8 here. We still get an 8 here. Actually, I've just seen that a different way. I saw that by the fact you can't put 8 on this domino because that would be a 0. So that's still 3, actually. That's still 5. So this is 3, 9. That does make that 4, that 9. That might be different from what we had before. I'm not sure. This is 9. This is 1. This is 2, 4, 6. The thing is, I'm not even surprised you make mistakes in this puzzle. It's so easy to miss an option in these puzzles because you're trying to juggle all the various ways the path could move. We have, I suppose, got a wall now here, but until that point we haven't actually even seen any walls. Now, these are 1 and 5 now. This is 7 and 8. So this is 2, 3, 4. That's definitely, the cupcake is even. So we need to go to an odd digit. Oh, but it could be here. If it goes, oh, it could go 2. No, it can't go to a, oh, it could. Or could it? Could we have a teleporter here? 2, 1, no, it'd still have to be a 2 if it was a teleporter. But we could probably go 4, 5. Maybe we couldn't. I'm not sure. Oh, or could we get out 9, 8, 7? 7, 8, 9. 8, 7. That doesn't look easy, actually. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this is not where I'm meant to look next. Let me try something different. Having said that, I don't know. That digit is under Sudoku pressure. What is that? 3, 5 or... Oh, it's not under much Sudoku pressure. 3, 5 or 9. I think it might be more restricted than that, but I don't know. My Santa's hat's now falling off. Oh no. 3. Ah! Oh, of course. Where is 3 in box 5? Is a good question, because you can't put it on the teleport. We've already had a 3 on a teleport, so that's a 3. Did that just clear something there? I'm not sure. No, it didn't. It didn't. Oh well. That's 5 or 9 now. That square is also restricted. 1, 1, 5, 8. Okay, no, it's not very restricted. 1, 5 or 8, I think. That's in a row. That's in an odd row, but we can't limit this because we don't know whether this is on the path. Oh no, I thought I'd spotted 3. 3 is up there, but again, we don't know. Maybe column 4? 3, 7, 8, 9. That digit is 7, 8 or 9. I'll pencil mark it in the interests of good order. Could we... I don't know what to do. I've got no idea. What are we meant to do now? How long have I had? 51 minutes. I've probably done half of it. Okay, and the path has gone into the orange thing, in here, down here. Oh yes, it's got to come here, hasn't it? So now... Oh, but look at this. It could go anywhere. Well, I might not be able to go under the fog if there's tinsel, but it can... No, it can. I mean, these are even rows as well. What on earth? I tell you what, that's another thing I really admire about this whole series from Marty, is that you would think, especially in a fog of war puzzle, that it would be sort of transcendentally obvious where I was meant to look next. Which probably means it's Sudoku, and I can't see where I'm meant to do it. Which is infuriating. Ah, what about... No, I don't think that is under as much pressure. That's 9, or it's even. So it's 2, 4, or 9. No. Bobbins. No, okay, so maybe it's not that. Okay, let's go... Okay, maybe we've got to think about how we get to the cupcake. That was my first thought when we saw the cupcake, but I couldn't see how to do it. So can you get to the cupcake from box 8? I wasn't sure you could when we... I thought I got stuck in the corner here. You definitely can't... You can cross the boundary with the 8 to the 9, and then you'd have to go to an 8, and then you'd have to go to a 7. But then you're stranded in the corner, and that doesn't work. And you can't cross this boundary to a 6 because none of these are 5 or 7. So, oh, but we could have teleports. So I was going to say that means that the path goes there, but it doesn't mean that at all, because if there's a teleport in one of these... Okay, but we know that's even, so we're going to an odd number. So can we go here? Maybe, because if I have to go there, that would have to be a 3. If I go there, I can't go 2 to 1, because even a teleporter in one of these doesn't help me, because it would be a 2. 2, 1, 2 is repeating a 2. If I go 4, 5, I need a 6 next. So I could go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... But I still can't get to a useful consecutive number. Right, so I can't go to this square. That's complicated. So I've got to go to this. It's got to be odd. Therefore, that is a 3. Beautiful. Now, this is good as well, because look, hang on, I'll just do a quick bit of tidying up, but that's a 13 domino, which can't be 7, 6 or 4, 9, so that's 5, 8, and we know the order. 8, 5. This is now 1. Oh, yellow. A yellow teleporter. That's about as useful as a chocolate teapot by the looks of things. Sorry. Okay, but what about this? Isn't this square an 8 by Sudoku? I think it is. That means that square's a 6 by Sudoku. This is not a 6. This is not an 8 anymore. So this is a 7-9 pair, so we can take 7 and 9 out of these top 2 digits. So they become a 3 and an 8. And that's very useful for the following reason. Oh, I've got no idea why. 2, 4, 6, 7 into this. Let's pencil mark the E teleporter. 2, 4, 6, 7. It's not 6 because of this. And we've had a 3 and a 6 and a 1. We've actually only had 1, 3 and 6. I feel like we've had a lot more teleporters than that. Okay. So... Oh, nearly. I thought I was going to get the 1 in this box. That could be a yellow 1. Oh, that's a beautiful idea, but it doesn't work. I was going to say, where is the counterpart to this teleporter? So I need to find, there needs to be the opportunity to put a yellow 1 in the fog. Well, it can't be there because it can't be a 1. It can't be here by Sudoku. It could be there if that's a yellow 1. But if it's not there, where is it? It's got to be, it can't be there. So it'll be in one of those 2 positions. I'm not sure. I don't know. So let's look at column 7. 2, 4 and 7 to place. 2, 4 and 7, and we don't get any respite there. We have popped out here of the teleport, which I haven't dealt with yet. I need a 2 or a 4 in this vicinity, but I think those options are available. They both seem to be available there. Okay. Well, I haven't gone. I'm going backwards now, because to get to the cupcake, I've got to go from a 3 to a 2 or a 4. So do I have to go there or not? I sort of feel like I do. That's a point. Could I do that? I don't know. I don't know. What were the exact words of the rules about? As well as moving orthogonally, Finkz may move diagonally if there's a 2 by 2 space in which to do so. I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to do that, but if that could be a 2 or a 4, which it looks like it can be, that would seem to be legitimate, wouldn't it? Oh dear. Alright, so I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do. Come on, Simon, you must be able to do something. We could... I don't know. I really am at a bit of a loss. Can I... Sudoku. There's a 6 in one of those. I don't think that's going to help me. There's a 3. I could get another 3 in the corner if there's a Christmas 3 here. I feel like I've done... No, that doesn't work. Is it something to do with 8s or... Let's double click our 8s and have a quick look at those. I I don't think it is. There's a 7 in one of these. 5 is in one of those. Or is it the path? I don't know. I don't know where to look. I feel like I'm being a bit slow this time. It's exactly what I said last time. It ought to be totally obvious. It really ought to be. And yet I don't see it at all. 3, 5, 1. Oh, no, it doesn't work. 1 is in one of those 2 squares. And is it Sudoku? 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9. 3, 5. Oh, I don't believe it. It's Sudoku. Of course, it's always Sudoku. Marty, this is vicious of you. What's that digit? That is a naked single 9, I think. I'm going to double check it, but looking at the row, it seems from the row it has to be 3, 5, 6, 8 or 9, and from the column it can't be 3, 5, 6 or 8, so I think that's a 9. It is a 9. Okay, and that means, well, that's the 5 immediately. Oh, that's a green teleporter, which we haven't had yet. But look, we've got a 21. Yeah, and we're on 20, so that's got to be a 1. That's good. So this is a 1. This is a 5. There is a 5 now in one of those positions. These are not 5. We need 2, 4, and 7 to complete. Is that not done? It might not be done, but we need 2, 4, and 7 to complete box 2. This 9 is useful though. We can keep going with a bit more Sudoku. 7, 9, 7. So this is definitely not 7. This is definitely not 7. This is 2 or 4. This is 2 or 4. Oh. This square is 2, 4, or 9, maybe? No. We could do... I've got a 2, 4, 7 triple, actually. Look at that, in row 3. So 3, 5, and 9 to place. Let's definitely pencil mark that. That's not 3. No, that's not doing it, is it? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Right, so the yellow 1 teleporter, which we haven't discovered yet, is not there, even though that did turn out to be a 1. So it's down, it's there or there. It's in one of those positions. Oh, no, beautiful. Oh, this is gorgeous. Right, don't forget about the 1. Let's do the green 5. Where is the green 5's friend? We need a cell that can be green, so it's fogged. It's a fogged cell. Now, it can't be these 2 cells because of Sudoku. It can't be that cell because of Sudoku. So it is one of these cells, and that one, and that one. See a 5. So I think that is a 5 by dint of teleportation necessity. It is, which means that's a 1. Oh, hang on. I need to undo that. I want to see what that does. Okay, that's revealed. That's a useful 15 thing, but that's a 1 as well, isn't it? Because of Sudoku. Right, so the yellow 1 is here. This is a 7 by dint of the mathematics required to make that a possible 15 domino. This is an 8. This is a 3. This is a 3. This is a 9. Here we go. Here we go. We're there now, are we? So now we've got a 2, 4 pair. We've got a 7 here. This row, presumably, we need 3 and 6. And the 3 seems to have to be on the right hand side. So that's lovely. That's going to clear more fog. That's become a 6. Oh, we didn't get a second 3 in the corner, sorry. So we get a 2 or a 4 here. This is now not 3. So this is a 5-9 pair. Let's just put that in. So we've got a 2-4 pair and a 5-9 pair left in box 3. Oh, we've got a 2-4 pair in the fog. Oh, we've got an 8 here. That's going to do some things at the bottom. 8 goes here, 7 goes here. 7, I think, has to go there, which is in the fog and didn't do anything useful. Where is 6 in row 5? And the answer seems to have to be there. So this square is a 2 or a 4. We need this square. Where's 5 in column 9? It's got to be there. So 5, 9. That seems to have to be 9 now. That means this is not 9. This is a 2-4 pair. So this is 9. What digits do we need there? 2, 4, and 6. No, not 2, 4. No, I've made a mistake again. I can't put 6. I can put 6 in. I could put... No, I can't put 6 in. No, I've made another error, I'm afraid. I don't know what I've done wrong. But something has gone awry with where I can put... with where I can put 6 in this box. Which at the moment is precisely nowhere. Was there a reason? I don't know. We're going to have to step back. I don't know what I did wrong. I'm staring at the grid in hope, but not expectation. What did we do wrong there? It's a bit difficult. So what did I do? I made this 6 on the base, but I'm not sure whether this 6 is right now. When did I put that in? Has that been a while? Let's go back a bit further. This row. Can we see anything tremendously wrong with it? 5, 9, 5, 9. See, the 5, 9 there looks correct to me. What about the ordering of this 6, 3? Could it have been the other way round? I don't know. The 8 and the 7 here and here look nice. This becoming a... So that 7 was correct. It cleared the fog. And now 6 has only got one place in column 9. But oh, I've got a 5 here. Ah. So what am I about to do? I put 5 here. Well, that's clearly nonsense. Okay, thank goodness for that. Right, so that's 9. That's 5. That now can be 6. And now it looks like we have got something that might be salvageable from a Sudoku perspective. 2, 4, and 9. Oh, it's done less in terms of my middle box. My middle box is not quite as resplendent as it was. I've got 2, 4, 9 triple here. So we're going to have to use the path, I think, which is as it should be. It's as it should be. But what's going on with that one then? That needs a friend in either this one or this one. So this purple, which is E by the looks of things, there's going to be an E under one of those. And I tell you something really rather beautiful. And that's that this digit is not there. Because if those were the same digit, where would you put that digit in box 2? And the answer is exactly nowhere. Imagine these were both 4. But neither of those could be a 4. That's absolutely gorgeous. So that digit goes there. They are the same. That might actually do nothing. Maybe we've got to colour them then. Let's just... Well, I won't colour them. I'll just use letters for a moment to see if that does something. So that digit is different from that digit. Ah, no, it didn't. I thought it might do something. B, A. This is B. Oh no, sorry, I thought that would be possibly useful, but no. Okay, let's try the path then. So the path is on this 3, and we know that this is a teleporter, don't we? Going to here now. So so what does that mean? I don't know. I think we have to go into a 2 or a 4 from a 3. So I think we have to do that, but then we get transported here. And we're... Oh no, are we going to have to really work this out, aren't we? So hang on, we've gone here to orange, orange to red. We're on red. But we've got lots of teleporters around and about. Or we're on this and we need to go to 3 or 5 or 1. We can't, okay, but we can't go to 1 or 5 because they're in the even column. Oh, good grief. So, okay, this is quite interesting. So from here, we have to go to the 3, do we? I just want to think about that for the moment. That feels right. That feels right. And then from here, we need to go to a 2 or a 4. And that's all very well, but there seems to be an absolute wealth of places that we could go to. No, what I was about to say is not even true. Golly gosh. How do we know? How do we know which way round we go here? Is it... If we go downwards... Either we've gone downwards into a 2, in which case we need to get a 1 or a 3. And we can't go here because we're stranded. That's got no exits. There's no way of crossing that boundary. So if we go downwards into a 2... No, that doesn't work. So we'd have to go downwards into a 4. If we go downwards into a 4, I then need a 3 or a 5. And I can get that if I go there. So I've gone 3, 4, 5. Or I've got, no, I mean more technically, because I'm going in this direction, aren't I? Because we're going to end up here. I've gone 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3, 2. And that's a 4. And that's probably where I go next. Because I can't go to a 6. And then I go to a 3 perhaps. That would actually finish the path. That looks like it's probably correct. I'm not sure. Okay. So that's all very well, but how has that helped me? It's not helped me at all. Because I don't see a problem with me just doing that. So something's wrong. Either something's wrong or I'm missing a point, which is very possible. Do I have to think about... This is B, isn't it? That's true. That is B, which is different from this. And that this is the same as this. There must be some trick we can do here. So we never go into the 5 because we can't escape from it. That does, because this is teleporting us here. And if we go back into the 5, we can't get to the cupcake. So we never go into the 5. So we go round here, out of the 3, into a 2 or a 4. But that 2 or 4 can be almost, I mean, it can be in four different places, I think. So how do I resolve it? And I've got an X-swing of 9s left in these positions, which would be it would be a little bit interesting if we could resolve that. Oh, Marty, what have you done, you naughty person? How am I meant to know what this is? If it goes... I don't know. I don't see the problem with anything. Oh, how many times have I been made to look stupid in this video so far? It's about 5 so far. And now it's happening all over again. There's no reason I have to cross the boundary. I can't cross the boundary into this one because I think this is a teleporter. Because that needed a friend. And that couldn't be its friend. Oh, I haven't had... Oh, that would have been a good thing. I suddenly thought if I had a 2 or a 4 and a teleporter, but I haven't. I've had lots of odd digits. I've had 1, 3 and 5 and a 6. And then these 2 digits are the same. And they go... So all of these digits are the same. But is there something more than that I should be appreciating? There could be a rule I'm overlooking. There are a few rules in this one. Oh, I tell you something I might have missed. Oh, it's that. Oh, I've got it. It's the lights. Oh, Marty, you are so clever. Oh my goodness. So if I think I might have to go through here now, but I'm not sure. I think if I go this, yeah, what I need to do, how could this be on the path? Because I'm now suddenly thinking, if this is on the path, this needs to be odd, and it would be a 9 then. Which could go 8, could go 7. But can I do it from here, is the question. I think, are we comfortable with saying that the path must go from the 3 to the E? The 3 to the E. That's B in the corner. That's B in the spotlight losing its religion. If what else could it be? It can't be 5, it can't be 1. They're not on the path. So we do that. I think I marked that in earlier and then got confused. But, next question, is this on the path? And in theory it could be, because it could absolutely be 2 or 4, but it can't be because of the Christmas light. So that is not the next cell. It's not the preceding cell to this 3. And that means we must go there, and that must be a 2 or a 4. And therefore that's how the X-swing on the 9s unravels. And because we have to go there, do we have to go... Because if we have to go into the 5, that would make this a 4 and allow me to colour everything. Yeah, in fact, look, that is B now. So this is B, this is A, this is A. So all of the A's and B's are coloured. And I'm here. Now I could go to the 1, but I don't see how I get out of the 1. I need a 2. And I can't go back into the cell I've just come out of. So I don't go down into the 1. I can't go up in... So in this panoply of digits, I can only go to the 5. And if I go to the 5, that makes this square a 4. And B is 4. B is 4. B is 4. B is 4 in the fog. That was correct. B is 4. The cupcake is 4. And everything else is 2. Oh, my... What's happened there? Hang on. What did that do? Finkz has had an accident, I think. Oh, no. What have I done? It looks like she's been exploded or something. Oh no, what's going on? Hang on, I'm now really worried I've killed Finkz. Oh no. Maybe this is Marty's way of departing from this... departing, sort of drawing a line under it. Oh my goodness. Oh no, Marty, you need to keep making these. Hang on. Okay, so what's gone on now? I'm coming out of the 3. I don't know what this graphic means. It's a little bit worrying that Finkz has been exploded. I'm on the 5, so I need to go to a 4 or a 6. That must be here. I'm on the 4, I need to go to a 3, that's only there. And that is the path. So I go into orange, into red, into pink, and I get exploded. I'm not sure that she ever makes it to the cupcake. Oh, this is tragic. Is this correct? Yes. Experiment interrupted. I don't know if you can see this, it's sort of shifted it on the screen. Test date 25th of December 1974. Cells visited 22, scored out. Teleports used 3, scored out. Blackcurrants eaten 1. Results invalidated. What happened today was extraordinary. Though Finkz managed to complete the final maze of Phase 2, the experimental results will have to be voided due to an unprecedented teleport malfunction. Approximately 8 seconds after her exit from Teleport E, a second copy of Finkz emerged. A power surge caused all the teleports and the Christmas lights to cut out. Upon finding a candle, I discovered both rats nibbling away on the cupcake. I don't mind that. So she's still alive. There's just 2 of her now. She's been cloned. The second Finkz seems at first glance to be identical to the first. I cannot begin to fathom how the molecular reassembly process can have been repeated erroneously. A thorough investigation will be required before we can decide how to proceed. If Finkz wanted a friend, the universe appears to have gifted her one. Oh my goodness. How is the like thing? Oh, Marty, what have you done? Right. Well, that's good. That's much better than the alternative. I was very worried that Finkz had been exploded, but no. So what the idea is that Finkz... There's 2... Oh, I see there's 2 Finkszes. There's that Finkz, and then there's another Finkz that's emerged here. And that's invalidated the experiment. It's bonkers. So it's fine. And then both rats made their way to the cupcake, and they both were able to feast upon it. Oh, and now, oh goodness knows. So you know what Marty's going to do now, don't you? Oh, it's going to be two rats running round mazes for season 3. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I mean, it's another extraordinary puzzle. I thought that was really hard, actually, like in a good way, because there were at least 6 moments, I think, where I just felt stuck and I didn't know what to do. But you could always find a way through. You just had to sort of revisit the rules and make sure that you were fully using them, and then you could inch your way forward, except for that dreadful digit there, which was an outrage, requiring advanced naked single spottage from a Sudoku point of view. Anyway, let me know how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and especially when they give Marty Sears an awful lot of love for producing yet another masterpiece. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.